sifunda sonke incwadi yamaRoma sahluko sokuqala verse 16, Romans chapter 1, and we read verse 16, and it says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes, to the Jews first and also to the Greek." Osisikelele ufunde kwelizwi layo ukudimina phakathi. Amen. Let's pray. Our kind and gracious Father, who sits in the most high throne of heaven, we'd like to come before your throne of mercy this morning, giving glory and honor unto your name. Thikuthandekayo sithi Nkosi imizali ngosigcina kwakho ngosulungile ebudini beveki. Thikuthandekayo sustain us ngosulungile kwizinto, ngosulungile usathana ngosulungile besibekile emendweni wethu. We are here this morning ngosulungileyo kuzova ilizwi lakho. Inexesha lethu kuthandekayo singava wena as your main servant ngosulungile thingani ngehla wena ngosulungile usekhaya ezulwini unyuko losulungileyo. Mandla lakho I bring them ngosulungile into your ngosulungile entendeni isandla sakho ukuze Thixo othandekayo xa lithethwa ilizwi lakho ngosulungile balamkele ngosulungile. Zonke ezi zinto sizicela kuwe ngoYesu owafa wabuya kuthi naphakade. Amen. Amen.
Uthi uDavide kwenye yemiso zakhe uthi, "Teach us to number our days so that we may gain heart of wisdom." Ngalo mazwi ndiyalibulisa ibandla ngeka Yesu igama. Amen. Amen. Maranatha masala. Nkosi yethu iyeza. Xa sizawuthi siyindulule nalena inkonzo sizawuphakama ngonumber 33 simcele umhlabeli aze ngaphambili. Number 33.
uYesu yangikhokhela
Hallelujah.
uSmayili wethu sawuthabathani amaculo ethu sikhile pha kwiculo likhulu ngamashumi mathandathu anesithathu. Hymn 163.
And I would like to take this opportunity and greet the saints in the name of our soon coming Jesus. Amen. Amen. It's a great honor given to Balapa this morning, to come and minister to you. Some great preachers have come here, and you could have chosen anyone as this morning. And I want to say to you, I truly appreciate the invite and the Ziva ndiziva kamandi ukuba phakathi kwenu. I'm also aware that ibandla has been going through a process of fasting, started from yesterday, so I'm not expecting people to be in good mood. Because generally people abathanda uthetha, they would rather keep quiet and mind their own business because they have not eaten. So I am aware of that. So whether ngicula kakhulu okanye ngicula kamandi okanye ngicula kancinci, I understand because I know ngaba ibandla is in fasting, right? So ndiyavuya ke bethuna uba lapha phakathi kwenu and share ilizwi kaThixo. And I've also been given a topic, and what I like about the theme of today is that it is not the theme of the preacher, right? It is not the theme of the preacher, it's the theme of the church. Tina, send us and we'll go, right? But it is not Sololo coming and saying, it is send me, I will go. But the church is saying, send me, I will go. So now Indo and is excited about the theme. It is that it's the theme that is coming from the church and not the other way around. Umdalumpecha will know that in many occasions, Shumaili was a theme. But if Sololo Nazi theme, right? This is what we want you to focus on. Alright? Now what I like here also about the theme is that it serves as a singular. In both it is sent me. Out by Pinditi I. So come be equal to church, be not send us and we will go. But it has sent me. So the theme, in as much as it's the theme for the church, but it becomes a theme of an individual. Right? So maybe today, class theater, we need to individualize isemoni yetu and uyenze ingamane nawe as a person, right? Because in our tendency yokuthi xa kushonyela sithi kuthiwe baxelele, tell them. But today, how I wish singathi tell me. Make it about yourself, because it has sent me and I will go, right? And now when you are saying send me, you are saying when, as an individual, I will take responsibility, right? And you are saying, if it means that I must go and preach, I will go and do just that, right? If it means that I must pray, then I will pray. If it means that I must sing, then I will sing. Because there's a narrative, okay, so I've been on patrons of Vangelo, amatyeli amaninzi, and sine challenge upon patrons of Vangelo. Can I see? Yeah, sine challenge sing about patrons of Vangelo. Ngoba abantu bebandla abafuni ukuya evangelweni, especially all who look at door to door. See, right now, no, it's fine. Sizakwenza internal evangelism. But all who look outdoor, that is where we encounter problems. Because sizawi andizazi ke ezalapha eGoogle strat, nzazi daze akayitha. Obana basabetha kwesi strat uyayazi. Okubona ngaba unesimoko kwesa strato xa kuthiwa kuzawuphunywa ngapha uthi wena uyi. Because you understand okubona ngaba apha enkonzweni you are a certain individual. Kodwa in the community where you stay in, then you are somebody else. That is why singafuni ukuya kwi-outdoor evangelism. Now EGC today, it is sent me. Now apart from the things, but today, can we put a challenge seat irrespective of those things? Go. Now, Pamela, if sizawuthetha ngomcimbi wezovangelo, then sithethe
ngomcimbi wabukho bakho in the church premises. The church structure is built around evangelism. The church programs are built around evangelism. If umphathi wa youth ministries in the plans of the year kwi-program zabo abazawuzenza njengabantu abatsha akukho nto ithetha ngezovangelo. There are no plans in place to enhance evangelism in this church. Therefore, that youth department, they need to go back and replan.
Amen.
Because the heart of the church is evangelism. There is no church without evangelism.
Amen.
Now, obviously, there is a tendency of church members thinking okokubangela uvangelo mamunabe lolwabantu abathile. Xa kuthethwa ngovangelo kukho abantu abathi hayi andingenda mna ndiyacula. Into yam uthini? Ndiyaziwa nasenkonzweni mna I'm a singer. Can I tell you? Can I tell you? Evangelism, it is the full heart of the church. Ngamanye amazwi, when we go or when we embark on evangelism, we need singers. Bakhona abantu who are in our midst because of the songs of this church. There are people abangenalo nexesha lalento siyenzayo apha nengxolo. As long as enkonzweni bekuculwa kakuhle, that is good enough for them. When we engage in evangelism, we need prayer warriors. We need people who can pray. Sinita abantu abazawuthandazela aba bahambe baya eluvangelweni. Ngamanye amazwi wonke umuntu unenxaxheba ekumele ayidlale in evangelism. Now today, the church is saying, send me. I will go. Now, maybe Pankoba Uti, you will go. You need to understand, where are you going? Where are you going? Because I can tell you, there are many people engaged in Vangelo. The real reason why they're doing it. That is why who have been evangelized by us, and they will not know what to do. Because we were never clear of why are we bringing them here. Maybe perhaps let me come close and say, maybe Tinakala, we do not know why we are here. Therefore, how do we then expect us to bring others into a place where in ourselves we are not even clear of our mandate? Now the biggest challenge you are going to bring these people that is disorganized into a place that has no direction. When the members themselves, they do not understand the purpose and the mandate of them being here. So, I want to believe that even when they were saying, send me, I will go, they are well aware that these people are going to come, but the church needs to know what to do when they come. So maybe today, Jason, I can't see a class at the good. Acts chapter 12. Maybe let's read from verse 1 up until verses 5. Acts chapter 12, verse 1 up until verse 5. And I'm going to read in your hearing. And it reads as follows. It says, now about that time, Herod the king
stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. To vex certain of the church. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Ngosi sikelele ufunda kwelizwi la ngoku kude kwinaphakade. Amen.
Amen.
Sifumana ke le text apha ku Acts chapter 12. This is a story, maybe some of us abasaziyo, of a king by the name of Herod Agrippa, right? I'm sure we have come across many Herods in the Bible. Ne? Mamela, xa kuthethwa ngo-Herod in the context of the Bible, ne? I want you to think of Pharaoh, ne? So there's a first Pharaoh, second Pharaoh, third Pharaoh, and so forth. Ne? It is the same when we talk about Herod. Ne? So we're not necessarily talking about Herod Loa, ne? Loa, Siamkonamos, ne? We're not talking about that one, but we are talking about another Herod. So Bapuma Quidru A1. And what we learn about Herod and about who are bloodthirsty. Ngabantu abatheni abasoloko bepawela benqanelwe igazi labanye abantu. If you read about the history of this particular Herod, we learn that this man had 10 wives, right? He had 10 wives and he killed one of them. He killed one of them, and Herod, he also killed some of his sons to sacrifice them, right? So Kasifuna Herod, we know that these are the people that abathanda ukubulala abanye abantu. We have seen it in the past, we've seen it nababanye Herod. Now sifumana yena kule text, we're going to learn as we are going on in our sermon that he's going to eventually die. But we want to see the consequences that led to his death. Right? Now, if you read then chapter 12, in fact, if you go back to chapter 9 of the book of Acts, we come across a man by the name of Saul, who was then converted into become Umlandeli kaYesu. We remember that story. But what is interesting about that story, Sika Saul, was that he was the man who was persecuting abantu bakati. We remember that? But instead of God not killing him because of he was persecuting his people, but we see God giving him a chance to become umfundi wakhe. Are we clear? Right? If somebody uchuchisa abantu bakati, right? We expect God. In fact, if God I know that there's this brother on the chuchisayo and he's been killing my family, he's been killing my kids, he's been killing people who are close to me. I expect God to deal with that person decisively. But this is not what we see in chapter 9. We see uThixo lo muntu ebechuchisa amaKristu inguye amgugulayo amenze umfundo. The text goes on to say uyabasisitya, in fact usisitya esinyuliweyo sokuphatha indaba ezilungileyo zikaThixo. Can I therefore submit to the church that never think that your enemies are God's enemies? Are we together? Never ever make that mistake yokucinga okokuba iintshaba zakho zintshaba zikabani zikaThixo, ngoba uThixo uyakwazi uthatha aba bantu ucinga bazintshaba kuwe, yena uThixo abenze ii-vessels zokuphatha iindaba ezilungileyo. Now chapter 9 wale ncwadi yezenzo sibona uThixo econverta le ndoda who has been known of persecuting the children of God. All right? Now, in chapter 10, we are again in us, the Bible introduces us to a man called Cornelius. Right? If you Cornelius, this is the man. He was after the heart of God. And again, uThixo nalapho wathumela isithunywa sayo ukuba ngaba masehle siyephikaneni endlini kaCornelius. Now, xa sifika ku-chapter 12, sifika ku-chapter 12, and we are introduced to this man. In fact, it research he was bloodthirsty. Ibindoda le ibisoloko inxanelwe amagazi wabantu. But the distinct between yena no Saul, it is because Saul was therefore converted into become umfundi kaYesu. We learn in the Bible that he died. And both these people being abantu abebechuchisa bankaneni uThixo. All right? Now, sifunda chapter 12 verse 1. Now, about that time. Now you ask yourself, which time is this? Now, which time is the Bible referring to? Now, kasifunda imbali eBhayibhile, in fact, chapter 11 and see introduce chapter 12, we learn that there was a great delegation to go and minister in the city of Antioch. There was a delegation eyakhutshwayo okokuba ngaba iye kwilizwe okanye kwidolophu yakwa-Antioch apho kwabezawushumayela khona indaba ezilungileyo. Now, there are some interesting facts about the city of Antioch that I want us to look at. Mhlawumbi ilizwe lakwa-Antioch ngokwexesha siphila kulo bendingathi mhlawumbi kukwandonga ziyaduma, mhlawumbi besinothi azange ndiye eRhawutini kodwa ndiyava uba kuthiwa ziyaduma pha. Kuthiwa ziyathini? Ziyaduma. eRhawutini kuhanjwa kuse phandle. Hayi bethule uba uphuma seRhawutini olapha. Uba ngabayonyani loo nto nam yinto endiyivileyo. Ukwandonga ziyathini? Ziyaduma. Kuthiwa ke eli lizwe lakwa-Antioch ibiyindawo enjalo. Kuthiwa the Antioch city was the epicenter of all evil. Siyavana ne? Bonke ubugwirha namaqwili nezangoma yonke into ubunoyifumana phikanene kule ndawo yakwa-Antioch was the epicenter. Xa kuthiwa indawo is the epicenter, kuthiwa loo nto itheni iChurch was the epicenter of all evil. Le ndawo yaphikanene yase-Antioch ubuwafumana apha amagwirha endidi ngendidi. Siyavana ne? Phikanene kule ndawo yase-Antioch. Now, there was a delegation. I want you to remember, there was a delegation that was sent to go and minister in that place. The place that is the epicenter of all evil. When the church is saying this morning, send me, can I ask a question, 18? Are you prepared? Okay. How far are you prepared to go for the gospel? Now, the book, Roma, chapter 1, verse 12, verse 6, Paul, I am not ashamed of the gospel. Ngoba, the gospel is power. I bet you on now. Paul, Roma, chapter 1, verse 12, Paul, I am not afraid of the gospel, because the gospel of Christ, not a Yamato but only the gospel of Christ is what? Is power. Now, the only problem is your ministries are in the epicenter of all evil. It is because we put a gospel that has no power. But if you have a gospel that has all the power, then you are going to go into the cities. It's an epicenter of all evil. Now, there was a delegation that was sent to go and minister in Antioch. Now, ask yourself this question. as a member of this church, how far are you willing to go? Ngoba, you are going to go to the epicenters of the world that are epicenters of all evil. But ingxaki, ndaba wam, wasethe view, uzawuthi xa ufika pha, if ever you have no power, uzawuthi xa uqhotywa, ubhekwa ngapha kusithiwa oonamahelele bayeza kusasa, nawe uthinkanene, uphabe ngoba you have a gospel that has no power. That is why it is therefore advisable that you do not go if you don't have the power. Ngoba sizawuhamba siyovangela, xa singena kulomzi sifike kukho umuntu oqhawukayo ngamafufunyana. Sithi xa singena apha uyaphela umuntu ngamafufunyana, liyaphathi lesimenye mamam njengefufunyana. Nakumele ifufunyana uba ngaba ulifokofoko lanenganeni lomkrestu. Nakumele ifufunyana. Because we have no power. Ungene lithi ifufunyana, usathandaza sonini nanini, Thixo wabawo bethu wena wawukho ungekabikho nto, lithi ifufunyana yemfanini sufuna ndithethe indaba zakho ebantwini, thatha iBhayibhile zakho uthini uphume ngomnyango. Because you are preaching a gospel that has no power. Now ithi iBhayibhile, in the land of Antioch, it was an epicenter of all evil. Epicenter of all evil. Of Antioch, it was the city, it was the busiest sea point, a sea hub. Apho kwakungena khona inqanawe ezazivela koma-Egypt, koma-Mediterranean Sea, zazinqumla apha ngoba kuthiwa this city was 200 miles and 600 miles from the south and to the north. So Mediterranean Sea and the Egyptian Sea, kuthiwa the city yayilapho, zazidlula apho izikhitshane ezinamagama. Now, okubona ngaba sizawuthi send me, I will go. Kweso sixeko siphithizela sinjalo, baninzi abangazubuya. Bawukhwela inqwelo ezirongo. Sithi besiye silibala. Xa sibuya sizovala ngomthandazo apha enkonzweni. Xa sibuza uba ngaba hayi bakho bani, kuthiwa yakhumbula ngoba besigqitha phaa ngabathatha umzulu, sekhona umzulu ne? Asekho. Yabona ecekwa ngomkhankanyana zaze ne? Ngoba sidlula phaa ngakwamzulu, obani baye bangena ngaphakathi kha baphinde bapha. Because you are preaching a gospel that is powerless. Right? Now this city was the epicenter of all these things. My dear friend, go to here. This city, what is also interesting about this city, of all religions. Now I want you to bear in mind, right? This week I had an ear operation, my left ear. So the problem, so it might happen that if volume saying oh God, me indicate now listen to this. Now go to Antioch, of all religions, right? Right? Mamela, lama Christian of Maneka. Nala before we figure the delegation. Mamela was sit there's a delegation that has been sent to go and minister where? In Antioch. Right? Now, the nigga background is Antioch. Before we figure the real Christians. Athi ka yafika kuloo ndawo uba kutyiwe ihagu nawo athi andibone khawusapha nditye ayizubhalwa phezu kwini ayizubhalwa phezu kwini uba nditye ihagu akho mntu angunukisa. Anyway nabo banezabo izono bathena nini banezabo izimoko khawusapha engakukhathale ihagu nditye. Now, the Bible before the real Christians were sent in Antioch, there was a mixture of religions. Right? Bebukhona amakhwele, bekhona amadiri, bekhona Hinduism, bekhona Buddhism, bekhona yonke, all the religions were found in Antioch. Right? Same as the world esiphila kulo, right? All the religions ziyafumaneka phika ne. So can we say, just for the purpose or for the sake of this sermon, sithi igugu lethu le sihlala kuyo kanye ikapa ke eli because ubona wase table view apha ne masingathi igugu lethu masithi ikapa eli sihlala kulo is what? Is our modern day Antioch. Right? So that we are practical about this sermon. Sithi ikapa eli is our modern day Antioch, where you find all religions. Now, the problem here, when there are so many religions, is that even the true Christians, they get lost in between these religions. Right? Because there's no distinct between a true Christian and a non-Christian. Right? Now, now the delegation here after Antioch, right? Now, put our but dedicate a whole year to come and minister in Antioch. Unyaka wonke ayibethuna nothi afternoon. Siphume apha ngo 2:30 xa sigqiba ukutya sihluthi abanye bathi hayi ndihambi mina but not. The whole delegation was sent to go and minister in Antioch for a whole year. Ngathi nasiphuma apha kuthi abantu siyadibana ngo-3 apha ibandla likho. Babini bathatha abakhoyo bayiBhayibhile bahamba. Right? Ngofa bathini bayabuya. Right? Sawuphinde siye evangelweni ngenyanga elandelayo because lokho mos i-personal ministries ziba khona every month ne? Right? Yona la department elakhe yethamsanqa. In the real case every month. It goes to show that it's a very important department in the church structures. Right? Not to say between the house, we're not saying bona beko important, but we are saying the heart of the church, real case every month. Sawuphinde siyoyibona into kaDr. Tony nkanene kwiveki elandelayo. But kuthiwa la madoda wona amisa intente e-Antioch for a period of a year. Right? Now can I tell you, the name elite Christians, right? Elite Christians, elisizibiza ngawo ngoku amaKrestu, elagama lasuka kubantu bakwa-Antioch belinika la madoda ayizoshumayela la delegation athi these people are Christians ngoba bashumayela uYesu ekuthiwa bebethelele emnqamlezweni ngoku uphinde wemka wakho waphika wasezulwini. Right? Now the name Christians for the first time li-identifywa ebantwini. So now today you know why you are being called Christians. It is because there were true Christians that went and preached the true Christ, the true gospel of Christ. Right? Bafumana the name elite Christians. All right. Now, it is now after that time. Now we are back now. Come on, church. We are back to verse 1. Right? Now we are back now to verse 1. Now, after that time, after the name Christians have been given to a particular group of people, after the true Christians stayed for a full year, Antioch, now after that time, then the king Herod Agrippa, he's what? Bloodthirsty. Right? Having seen the things that these Christians have done, performed in this land of Antioch, wanyukelwa likakade kwanyuka lento aqhelwa yiyo ngoba ikakade emntwini alitheni liyavuka. Now iBhayibhile ithi after that time, after these brothers have done umsebenzi kaThixo, but God allowed one of them to be slain. Anindiva. After la madoda have dedicated a year to preach the word in the land which was the epicenter of all evil. And the Bible eating after that time, Herod Agrippa wambulala uJames. Now you ask yourself this question: Thixo, nabe ndisebenze kangaka ndingala ndizile ukutya njengebandla namhlanje, uThixo xa uphuma apha akuyeke ungqutwe yimoto ubhubhe. Maybe let's take it a step further. Let's take it because there's this thing it's fine. Right? Now I am a young man. I'm only 38 years old. I have a young wife and 2 sons. One is 6. One is 2. And I die. That is a very unfair death to my children and to my family. Because I still had so much to do. I still had so much to offer. I still needed them to see bekhula babantwana. Kodwa uThixo avume ndithini kanene ndilala. A very unfair death in the eyes of a man. In the eyes of a man, that death was very unfair. Now here's a man, James, that has preached the word, but uThixo wavumela kokubangaba kuze indoda that God himself could have stopped. God, he allowed him to die. Now can I tell you, my dear friends? Can I tell you today? Can I preach to you? Can I preach to you? Now, when the time comes for when you have fulfilled your earthly purpose, there is therefore no need to live beyond your point of death. Beyond that point. And we have seen this in the Bible. Abantu who have asked to be extended insuku zokuphila kwabo. Now, James, him and Peter, they were preaching the same ministry, the same gospel. And Peter is not dead, but James is dead. Can I tell you that? James died because his purpose was fulfilled. Maybe many of us, there are people whom we love, and those people have unfortunately died. Can I tell you, my dear friends, let us allow them to sleep, for they have fulfilled their purpose. Sonke silapha, we have scars of death. Our loved ones have died untimely so. However, namhlanje I'm telling you, let them die, for have they fulfilled their purpose. A person who lives beyond his purpose is a danger to himself and is a danger to the community or to the people that is surrounded with. A purpose-driven life. Now the problem, Elder Mbosha, is that if you don't fulfill your purpose, God sonke sinikwe injongo emhlabeni for us to fulfill. That is why sizawulinga thina when we have died, because we know that we had so much more to offer, but we're sitting in your talent. Now the time is now. Hence the Bible is going to write and says, Lord, teach us to number our days. So that in those years, you can then live a purposeful life. Now, this guy, he dies. God allows him to be slain uNomaleni umyedini. uThixo la uyazenza izinto. Asethe sithingeleni sibulawe ngabayedini. Ekhona nguThixo. Athula uThixo ibe ngathi akekho. And we don't understand. Now uPeter ubanjwa ufakwa etrongweni. Now remember verse 1 uThemos, this is after these guys have done a great work of converting the whole city. I forgot this place. Lenda yase-Antioch lo gama ibisaziwa ngoba nyungu. Esisigqubu samagwirha. After a year, when the delegation was there, the whole city of Antioch accepted Christianism.
Amen.
Now, zikhona now esingangeniyo kuzo but enganeni sizwike. Sisithi hayi asinawungena. Ngelimini ndathi ndaya eSomerset Church. Somerset Church. Sikhona izinto zilapha apha esikoleni lapha eHelderberg. Silverleaf. They were planning an evangelical campaign. Now I want you to imagine what Silverleaf is. Right? It's within the school premises. Now, bafuna ukuba campaign ye-evangelism. Now the pastor, I forgot his name. The pastor who was presenting was saying, maybe niyabuza ngihlela apha nje okubona ngaba kwezi walls zingaka zezi zinto zalapha eHelderberg area. Have you been there? Have you seen the houses there? Akufani nalapha. Apho uzawufike uvele ubetheke emnyango. Right? Pa i-distance esuka apha umnyango ungapha kwendlela. Funeka uqala ukwazi ula uthi inqonqo lungaphakathi akujonge lambhobho. Akubona bangaba ingaba one appointment yoba la. All he can see that uphethe uPastor Ngomeni. He doesn't even know what is that. Right? So what is the strategy? Sizongena njani kwaba bantu with high walls? How are we going to reach them? Because abasivulele. Let alone sithi sizolixela ngoYesu osindisayo. These people, they are comfortable. At some point they don't even look like they need the Lord. Because they have everything. They don't see a reason why they must come here. Every Sabbath. They don't need that. So if I will eat bangena Antioch, and the whole city after a year converted into Christianism. According ikafukisa ikhubekise uHerod Agrippa ngenxa yaloo. Now we need to be aware, dear friends, that not everybody likes what we're doing. Right? Not everybody. Actually, you'll be surprised that even the church members akhona amalungu ebandla angafuni ubhodariswa ngabantu abafikayo. Because abafika basokolisa. Uguquka kakutheni. Utheni sisimanga nyawo. Wanikelo ude ube kabini awasebotshwa. No. There are church members who are bothered by evangelism. Now, Agrippa, this is the worst case scenario. Who are bothered by evangelism. It's a worst case scenario. Now, Agrippa Herod siyilindele kuye. Into ngaba emuqunukise into yokushunyayelwa kwevangeli. We are expecting that from him. Now, after that time, right? Now, James. Now we learn that Peter is then taken into prison. Right? Both of them, these guys have just converted a city that was antichrist into Christianism. God allows one of them to die and another one to go to prison. Right? I'm serving a letter of presentment. What kind of God is this? My Bible is wafapa ke ngokutrongweni. Maristethe kaluphila ngokune. Masimiye ku James, we spoke about him. And Santi, he lived his life and his purpose came to an end. Let's park it there. Right? Now find yourself in that space. Be someone, now find yourself, where now is your life? Are you living according to your full potential? Right? Now let's talk about this one who's been thrown into prison. Now we learn that he's been thrown into a prison. Now it is not the first time sisiva ngabantu abashumayela ilizwi likaThixo bejula phikane esitolongweni. Even uPeter, this is not the first time that he goes to prison. Now I'll tell you what. Now uPeter ufakwa etrongweni. Now this time around ugadwa ngamajoni ayi-16. Right? 16 soldiers, men, one man. Right? And this man, iBhayibhile ithi mdala wami kwathathwa ityathanga ladityaniswa nalo mfo umgadileyo idindana ngapha. Kwafakwa eli ityathanga ngapha idindana. Ume ngaphakathi uPeter ubothelele aba bantu babini. And there are other guards that are manning the outer court of the prison. Now iBhayibhile ithi while he was there, on the day which he was apprehended, on that weekend, yes, so guys can have well. Did you get the plan? It was the weekend. The Passover. Right? It was Passover. It was the weekend of Passover. Now, legally, the reason Peter was waiting his execution, right? And I don't even understand why why did he have to take Peter and put him into prison first? If he killed James, you shall kill him. But watata uPetros wamfaka etrongweni, walinda a couple of days to kill him. Now on the weekend, it was the weekend of the Passover. Now legally, right? Lumping to execution weekend. Right? That is why some writers argue the death of Christ. That it was the illegal death. Right? Christ, if there's any leg, we can even challenge that. We caught, see, Christ was killed illegal. But then we know that Christ had to die. We cannot argue that. But if we wanted to, we can go to the high court of this world and argue the death of Christ. Yes, what illegally so. But we know that Christ had to what? Had to die. Right? We understand that part. That it was all part of the plan. Right? Now, yes. Now, uPetros uzawubulawa ngale weekend kwanyanzeleka ukuba makafakwe etrongweni. So that azobulawa. Now, here was the plan. And I want you to find yourself in the story of Peter and find your influence in the society where you are sitting at. Think about Peter and think about the influence you have. Now, Ellen White writes, and she says, in I think chapter 12, out of Acts of the Apostles, and she writes and says, one of the reasons that made Herod Agrippa angambetheleli okanye angambulali okanye angamxhomi kweziyami ubalane uPetros ningalali ndiyayazi kaniki. Just stay with me, we're almost there, I'm pleading with you, so that, because you're gonna miss this whole thing. Now listen to this. Now the reason why uPetros wafaka etrongweni and waited for his persecution, okanye for his execution, the reason why lento uAgrippa planned to do lento ukuzayenza ekhusini ukuzingabona ngabantu. Right. Now here's the reason. Now Ellen White writes and says, because he knew uAgrippa that uPetros unayo tendency yavele adanduluke ashumayele esihlweleni kuguquke abantu. Now the whole nation of the Jewish nation gathered in that area that weekend. Now he knew angathatha ichance aparedise uPetros elembulala. uPetros angavela thini ashumayele yonke la nkitha ithini iguquke ashiyeke nguhaha yedwa. Sevala ne nakwanyanzelwa makabe strategic ngendlela azambulala ngayo wafaka etrongweni so that abantu bangayiboni lento azakwenziwa ngubantane nguPetros. Na omnye again Ellen White she records and says another thing uAgrippa awayoyika was the fact that abantu bazaba nosisi abebona le ndoda ibushumayela ngezolo irhuqwa kwenje kwanyanzeleka ukuba makamthathe athi ngane amfake ekhusini. Now think about yourself okubona ngaba how much influence do you have in the places that you are exposed to. Ingaba abantu abebona wena babona umuntu abanomsizelo okanye babona umuntu abanothi okay masithwe emsebenzini masithi let's assume ngaba you are in a position of leadership. Right in the Lord. Now you are being deported okanye mhlawumbe you are being transferred to go and work in kwenye department. What will your staff say when you are leaving? What will they say? Will they rejoice because you are leaving? Or will they be sad? Ask yourself that question. You know yourself. You know where you're exposed to. Now, ufika ixesha ngabo godwe kwele etransfer kolozalo ushiya your immediate community. Abamele bakho that you have spent years since 1980 since wakusekapa. Now comes the time for you to go home. What will they say about you? Will they say, oh, namandla Thixo ngokubonga sakho sakhululeka? Now ask yourself. Now Paul, I mean uPeter akazange akhone kuba uAgrippa wayesoyika ngaba aba bantu bangadixaka ngenxa yaluntu. Nayo iBhayibhile ithi uthele balane uPeter mame uleliphi uPeter etrongweni. Now listen, how do you sleep in prison? That's I will assume. Now listen, uPeter iBhayibhile ithi he was in deep sleep on the night before his execution. Now here's the sermon. On the night before, as a ulama on the eve of the night, as a ulama Peter is sleeping. We are about the mom, so it's a dante. But we live peacefully. Because we learned that when the angel of God came, it found him sleeping. Now how do you sleep? Tied into another man. Now people now unothixo ophilayo uyakwazi ulala imeko ezingalalisi ngoba icinga uba uzawucrasha and you stick it out because you believe in God. Thina singamaKristu siyakwazi ulala imbandezelo zimemqaleni uncume wekablanket. Now iBhayibhile isibalisela about indoda. Sekhumbula mos eyakhe yafaka phingane emadini wengonyama. We remember that story. Yafaka phi emadini wengonyama. But here's the problem. Lo umfake emadini, he is not sleeping. But the one ofaka ngonyeni yena is sleeping. Ukamele galangonyama. Siyabona masababuya bomfumo bengonyama. Kamele ngabo la mfaka Thixo. Uyakho. Kodwa lo umfakileyo uthengane akalelanga. Unjalo uSathane. Uyasifaka kwezinto. But can I tell you, sleep. Sleep. Because according to Satan, go lala kwakho. Kwimeko ezingalalisiyo ulale wena. Yaphambanisa lo. That is why that daughter kwanyanzeleka into yoba ayivuke ngojekajeke. Wayivuka ngojekajeke. Yakhwela. Yowuqophika ne? Emathini. Hambana amandla. Ithi kayifike emathini. Imbiza ngegama. Ibizo kokuba ingaba kanini uThixo kuthengane ukusindisile. Ayelanga. Kodwa ufakwe uthengane ulele. Now Peter, he was in deep sleep. Kodwa busuku azawuxhonywa ngabo. Phika ne etrongweni. No. Usetrongweni. Ngoku yimini idide. Yile mini ngoku azawuhamba naye. But ugcina apha etrongweni uzathini ayobulawa bucala. Now ulele lo mfana wakwaThixo. Ulele and i-character kaPeter, as we know him, he's not somebody weak. Never weak Peter. He. In fact, I was not even expecting him to sleep. I'm sure the whole night, but we find him sleeping. So there's a sermon he's sleeping. So sleep if you can sleep. Just sleep knowing that we're not going to right. Because that's the biggest problem. You're lana, whoever right, narrows up. Tell us one minute. Lots of us who never got that right tonight. My man of them with us. Kasilala asazinto. I was never man. We useless. No clever a higher power, or you depend on a divine power. Ibuyiseni ingqondo zakho. Ithi kayitsho la Adam esekuseni uzazi bangaba ndiusololo ndizalwa kugatyana. Uzazi. It's a divine power. It's got nothing to do with your abilities. It's got nothing to do with how many PhDs you've got. But it's a divine power. Now, that's why ndifuna uyigqinisa into ethi andifuni undishiya apha ndisithi lalani. But I want to say sleep, but know that you've got a relationship with the one who's going to wake you up. Because ba awunabudlelwane usengxakini. Wonke ungalala uphinde uvuke. Ulale uphinde uvuke and go on and go on and go on. Ungabikho nto yenzekayo kuwe. Siyabona uthi kunjalo. Uyangeke akuyeke ukuthi ungabikho nto yenzekayo kuwe. But it does not mean okuwana ngaba suka relationship. Now Petros says okay. Petros come on, kale come on. Now Petros ula khawulezini ufika esithunywa sikaThixo uyathathwa. Right? What khawuleza? Xabisa. Now esithunywa sinamazwi eswathetha ukusithi Amen. Phakama ubophe imijaya. Now send me, that's where we are. It's almost. Send me, I will go. Now put in Phakama and tie up your what? Your shoelaces. Kakusiyiwa empini. Makrestu. Kyamoto. Kafika phina empini akuhanjwa nje. Awuhambi ngamandla akho ayizolo. That is why the Bible ithi zinza imiso ngemiso intoni kanene never zala awuhambi ngamandla izolo uhamba ngamandla linithi namhlanje uThixo every day he gives us new mercies and new mercies and new mercies every day. Kabawo sakazawuhamba ovela uphakame nje uhambe ngamandla izolo. Ucimba uzawuthethelelwa umthandazo wayizolo. Does not work like that. It does not work like that. My colleague this week, actually Thursday, come Friday morning, she had a terrible accident. Xa ndibona le moto aphume kuyo, there is no way that someone can come out of that car alive. It may be that Yena herself did not pray, but somebody prayed for him. Now, my dear church, can I say to you, never stop praying for one another. For I may not pray today, but your prayer is the one that is going to sustain me. There are people here that have not been praying, but the prayer of their parents has been sustaining them all their lives. It may be that you have stopped praying. Young people, it may be that you do not pray at all. But the prayers of the parents are the ones that are sustaining you. Therefore, never stop praying. Now, when we are home to war, we fire up the gears. Say, oh, say, clean, so that we can be able to face the enemy. Now, Peter, long story. The Bible eat, but take out the figure, and I'm going to eat it. And the angel of God disappeared. Say, Father, did what? Disappeared. Now the Bible eat. In fact, can I tell you? What if you and the eat our lingo? Now God works with you to a certain extent, and when He sees that now you are strong enough, then He lets you be. Now the angel of God disappeared. I'm sure you had all of our team. If I may eat one together, I'm a Christ. Athanazela bani uPetros uphi manje seqongwe Khoza mesithandekayo andiyazi inhlongo yakho andiyazi inhlongo yakho mama nawe nkosi yami andiyazi inhlongo okuya. But allow me to tell you that we are all entrapped in our own business. And we need this church to pray for us. We need one another. Ibandla alilali imini yosuku kuthiwa they engaged in fasting and prayer, which is exactly what the church is doing there this afternoon. Engaging in what? In fasting and prayer. Bahlala. Now uyafika uPetros. Unqonqoza emnyama. Qonqoza fika ne? Emnyama. Kuza uRhoda. Emnyama. Ova lo mntu uthinga ne? Qonqoza. Fika uRhoda apha. Athi xa yasivilizwi engekavuli xa yasivilizwi akhawuleze ngobana ngoko onyukele ngamanwele abaleke abuyele kwi-congregation athi mamela. In fact, let me say this place, let me say le begqazela kuyo yindlu yomntu ongumama uMary Mark ne sekhumbula le na uMary Mark ngumama ebebathanda abantu bebandla uthandazela endlini yakhe. Now you read the research, she was a well-off woman. Benezidwa zakhe. That is why ibandla belithanda uyothina le uyodibana nohambo wakhe. Sevana ne? Now, if we are seated here, you have means and resources of accommodating the church. Accommodate them. Okay. Sevana ne? Mamula, who right now for the church to come and pray? Give it to the church. Let the church come and pray in your house. Now, uRhoda wanaManuel wayoxelela abantu bebandla. There is support at the door. Alright, Peter. The church is praying for Peter's release. Peter is being presented to them. They are not ready to receive Peter. Now, can I tell you? gives you what you pray for. But the problem is, are you ready to receive it? Some of the things, or some of the blessings, we don't know, we ask is for man. Because uThixo yakho I got it. Then ndingayinika lomyeni mfunayo. So lapha nabu. Uyazakhonze lomyeni. Unobakhonze mna ndingubani? NdinguThixo. Uyobhubha. Ungazange uzumoya. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. We say that. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Now, the church is not ready to do what? To receive it. Upeter, uziswa kubo. Bona beko ready. Abanye bathi hayi nabasitongane sesithunywa. Endizaziyo mna isithunywa mama wami. Azikhonkosi. Siyathini? Eqongweni mos. Fika ngena. Sikho bana uPetros. Kanqonqosi. Acela permission. Endizaziyo. Amalungu ebandla alindele isithunywa esithini? Isiqonqosa. Now, what I like about Upi is that after engenile bambona banguye abanye ke bekho but one hand nonetheless. But immediately what we learn, we from the Bible, eat when why you show my when you nifile na uPetros wangena nje ababulisi emva koko wathini wemka wayoshumayela phika ne kwenye indawo bani sibizelwe uyokushumayela kwenye indawo lota sibizelwa sibizelwe ukufikazi uyoshumayela phi kwenye indawo. If you can make it our mission into bana ngaba siyoshumayela kwenye indawo, then we'll be a progressive church. The reason why a stagnant church, it is because shumayela apha asifuni uthingane uye kwenye indawo. uPetros mhlawumbe babindim bendinothi sendifumene i-chance name yophuma ejele ndifike ke ibandla likaThixo sheme endilithandayo nobulungu bam bupha babalisele izinto ezenzeke phikane etrongweni. uPetros ungenile waphuma wayoshumela phikane kwenye indawo. We are called to go and take the gospel message anywhere else, in whatever you are doing in your life. If you are not spreading the gospel, surely you are spreading the gossip. That's right. There's two things. You can either spread the gospel or spread the gospel. And now we are called to spread the gospel. Now, one of the texts, and I found it's not in the Bible, it's the 11 West manuscripts. One of the things esizatasifica ezulwini sisethusi. In fact, asisothusi. Njengoba sizawuhlala phana iminyaka eliwaka sihleli noYesu sibaliselwa zonke izinto uYesu afuna sizazi. Uthi lo mbhali, there will come a time apho uThixo azawunikeza khona abantu who are in heaven because of others to give a testimony. Ngabo bantu sevana ne bangaba mnangwefikazi ngilenzile izulu ngenxa yakho wena uye waministeresha kum ngalo mina. We don't know for how long it's going to take. Apho you will sit uthi mama wami wena wawungayazi ngala mini wawushumela etrainini isiya eCape Town ndandihleli pha ngasekonini and I am here today because of that message. Wena uzobuza umbuzo bafanini ungowaphi andikwazi uthi you don't need to know. But all I can tell is that I am in heaven today because of what you did. There are people who are going to say, when you were my neighbor or neighbor's neighbor, I saw you. And I was watching you from a distance. And I relocated from Cape Town and I went to Johannesburg. And today I'm in heaven because of what we have done. Mamela, masingakhathali bakhona abantu abazawuhlala nje babukele aba banconywayo. And nobody will come to you. Because when you are selfish about the gospel, be a family. So I want to appeal to the church this morning and say, as Father, we have been called. In fact, you are about to pray. Yeah, close it now. I want to read to the church that I want us to think about. Now we are saying the gospel mission is the great missionary character of Christ's kingdom. The gospel commission is the great missionary charter of Christ's kingdom.
Umyalezo wegospel uveza isimilo sobukumkani bukaYesu.
Alright. Now the disciples were to work earnestly for souls.
Abafundi bakaYesu bekumele basebenze ngokuzingisa besebenzela imiphefumulo.
Bebengasebenzeli salary. Sevala ne? Bebengasebenzeli uncono. But they were working for what? For souls. Mamela, uthi ke they were not to wait for the people to come to them.
Bekungamelanga balinde uba abantu beze kubo.
Bebengabalindi, right? They were to go to the people with their message.
Befuneke beyile ebantwini nomyalezo.
Sevala ne? They were not waiting for people to come to them. Right? Njengoba sihlala apha ne? Sima abantu bazaba impressed up. See beze bazojonga apha. But these guys, they were going to the people. So today, but as you are saying, send me, I will go. I really hope that we mean that. I really hope that we are truly saying we will go. So before we pray, I want to pray with someone. Bestemos, the theme ETI, and it's not saying we. Therefore, I want to pray with that individual. OTN, Muna, goes. But today I want to go. I want to go for myself to fulfill my purpose, to fulfill your commission, God. I want to pray with that individual. Oti, I want to go. And you're not going for umamawa, you're not going for your spouse, but you're going for yourself. And your hunger and your thirst, it is to win souls. Awufuni any other remuneration, but to win souls. If there's ever somebody in the church, Oti I will go. Can that someone please stand up? If there's anyone, Oti Muna goes. But I would rather die serving the gospel of God than die serving the interests of man. My dear friends, all of you that are standing, God bless you. Now we have undertaken a very sacred decision. Send me. Send me. Now uThixo uzonithuma kwindawo ezonyanyekayo. uThixo uzonithuma kwindawo abantu abangafuni ungena kuzo. But here you are today, you are saying, send me, O Lord. ngawulandela usindisa ngawo onke amaxa xa izwe lonke likudela uzibethe isifuba uthi mna ndawuthina nena. Let's bow our heads as we pray. Our kind and gracious Father, who sits in the most high throne of heaven, we would like to come before your throne of mercy this afternoon, giving glory and honor unto your name. Thixo wethu sibulela uthando lwakho, inceba yakho, ububele bakho, othe wasenzela kona Thixo othandekayo ngale ntsasa. Thixo wethu sibulela ilizwi lakho, othe mosolungileyo esekhaya ezulwini, malosi wasinika Thixo othandekayo lingena mibini. Thixo wethu sibulela mosolungileyo your gospel power and your gospel message mosolungileyo that we ever give us mosolungileyo singayideserve. Sibulela mosolungileyo inceba zakho osinika zona imiso ngemiso. Mzali othandekayo silapha kusasa nje Thixo wethu having committed different sins throughout the course of the week. But mosolungileyo, we are here in your tabernacle mosolungileyo sizova mosolungileyo ubuncane belizwi lakho. Our Heavenly Father, under the theme, "It is send me, I will go." It is a very precious statement. A city amongst all the other people, abakhona mosolungileyo, amongst all the other gods, but uThixo owadala izulu nomhlaba. Thixo mosolungileyo owayekho ekuqalekeni kwehlabathi. Thixo ozabakho mosolungileyo naxa lipheliswa ihlabathi. uThixo ozabakhona mosolungileyo ebaphakadeni asemaphakadeni. Heavenly Father, siyabulela mosolungileyo for your word. Thixo thandekayo, hear your children mosolungileyo besenza isibhambathiso mosolungileyo phambi kwakho, say they will go. We know mosolungileyo uSathana mosolungileyo uqombile is at war at this present time. However, we know that mosolungileyo wena nguThixo yaye mosolungileyo uSathana mosolungileyo woyisa kantandlo. It is only a matter of time mosolungileyo before this world comes to an end. Mosolungileyo, sustain us with your mercy and glory. Give us your power and strength as we navigate in the streets of this world, waiting for your soon return. Hear your children, dear Lord, saying they want to go with you. We are aware, mosolungileyo, that there's going to be challenges, tribulations. There's going to be within the immediate families. We pray that you may give them strength and power, as we have done in the past. We lack faith from time to time. But this morning, give us your faith. We may live a purposely driven life. I am happy to see some old faces in this house. It simply means that what we are following, it is indeed a true Bless them as they walk with you. And followed you in their youth. They are here today, Basati, if you had walked with them, walk with the young people of this church. Let them grow to be wise. Give them strength, give them ability to fight against the temptation of sin. We know is always at war with the young people. Excellency, we bring them to your throne of grace. Bless them in a special way. Lord, umthandazo wami wenza kuwe, ndiyazi mosolungileyo xa ndicela izinto kuwe usoloko usenzisa ngabantwana bakho. Asekuseni nje mosolungileyo sayazi uba nalo umthandazo uvile, yaye Thixo you will grant us mosolungileyo what we need. Grant us what we need mosolungileyo. However, if you do know that mosolungileyo those things that we need may be a hindrance in our faith, don't give us. Go to ministry, siyabulela mosolungileyo kuba uva umthandazo ngoYesu umfelo wethu kodwa ngabakade. Amen.